green up arrow meant. So
it was like stop and go. Okay.
Right. So after all that, I just got good at it. That's
Okay.
it's that simple. Really.
Self-taught.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. But you said it took you 3 years.
Little bit,
So
yeah.
was it a lot of down before you?
Well, I started with penny stocks. So I didn't just jump out there and buy Nike, buy Adidas, buy all the flashy companies. I bought stocks nobody ever heard of that I could afford at the time. And then if I lost my money, it wouldn't hurt.
Right.
So that's what I did. And I learned the hard way that way.
So you lost like maybe $30 here, $500.
A couple $100, but I mean, so if I could buy a stock for 11 cents, right, for $100, I have 1,100 shares of that stock. So if it goes up to 22, I double my money. But if it goes down to 0, I didn't lose that much, right? Because it's not that bad. And sometimes it was 300, 200, 30, 40, yeah, $50, depending on. Some stocks are sub-zero. So you can buy a stock for 0.003 cents.
Is that because that brand or whatever is doing bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
That and it's called a pink sheet or OTC over the counter stock.
Yeah.
And that's not regulated the same as the New York Stock Exchange, the S&P 500, and the Dow Jones. So it's more free range. But the upside is high. But the downside is you lose it all. So that's the scary part of that. But if you don't invest a lot of money, then you can lose it and it won't hurt. So that's how I started.
Okay, so I downloaded the Robinhood app and I purchased, a few shares. Is that considered like penny? Like a
It
penny
depends
stock?
on what stock you
It wasn't a
bought.
lot.
Penny stocks are around penny to about $1.50.
Yeah, I think it was in the dollar range.
Yeah, and then see those can go up. So for instance, that dollar can go up to $5 from 9 to 12, and then drop to 30 cents by the close of the bell. So
Wait, so in one day?
yeah, it happens.
One day.
right, it happens.
Yeah.
So those are the ones you have to watch, and that's really called trading,
Okay.
not investing. There's a difference between trading and investing.
See, I know.
Yeah.
See?
It is. So trading is what we just talked about. You have to watch that stock on a regular basis because you need to know when to sell so you can make your profit.
So what are your typical stocks like that you're referring to? Something like that, right? So is that like gold, silver, platinum, or something like that? One of those types of things that you should be looking for in the market to like make a profit and get rid of real quick, or is this other things something different? Like being in the stock market, I looked at things, right? And I've been looking at all the different 5G stocks. I've been actually taking apart a telephone to the point where I'm looking at the name of each component in the phone to try and see which ones are making the most money.
Well, when take 5G for instance, I bought Sprint and Verizon stock.
Okay.
Because at this moment, if they get that, they're trying to come together. They're trying to become a big giant in that 5G. Yeah.
Right.
So, but the government keeps saying yes, no. Because
So is that making it?
Yes.
Okay.
It does, and that's because when the government, and this has a lot to do with how you make money in the market. If the government says no, the stock goes down. When the government says yes, the stock goes up. So it's to their interest to keep doing that, right? Because they're in the market too. So you have to. It's not just looking at the stock. You have to look at what's going on around that company to see what is actually happening. Because the government still hasn't approved that merger, right? So the government's saying yes today. In 2 days, the stock goes up. In 2 days, the government says no. They sell because they know they're going to say no. So they sell their shares, or some of their shares, and cash out. And then they say yes, the stock goes back up. They buy, they sell more, right? And then the stock goes down, they buy back in. As long as they keep doing that, they keep making money. So those are things we got to look at.
Like, I don't even understand how that's legal, but okay.
It's the government.
They can do yeah. They make the rules, right?
Right, it's the government. And as long as they don't let it happen, they can keep doing it. And then eventually they will let it happen because it's better for everybody.
Yeah.
And then That's when everything will level off and you can't make any more money. So you need to know when to sell to make a profit, so it's gonna level off eventually.
So when you actually know, isn't that considered like insider trading? Like you'll call all your friends, like sell it because I heard.
Certain ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Certain ones, yeah. Yeah, you're right. But for instance, right now, I stay on this one. When the government says no, it's probably 2.5 years. So we assume it's going to come to a close. 5G is everywhere now, right? T-Mobile has it.
Yes.
So it's not as open. I mean, it's not as closed off to the world as it was.
Right.
So they're going to have to let it happen. And that's going to happen soon. So if you're in now, just keep watching it. Because you probably bought in for less than what it is. So keep watching it. And then when you see it, oh, okay, the government said yes, then you sell. And you take your profits and run and move on to the next investment.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Especially in the audience.
So what do you think of Bitcoin?
Say that again?
Oh yeah, that was my question.
The question is, what do you think of Bitcoin?
From my
Bitcoins.
personal,
Yep.
me being almost
Expert.
50,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm not into it. However, in your generation, I would buy it because cryptocurrency will take over for ATMs, will take over for debit cards, will take over for with your phone payments. They will, but not now. That's, I would say, 8 to 15 years down the line. Because the investors now are still, I would say, average age 45, 50. We're not, so for us to grasp that concept, I can't turn that back into cash. We're not there, but we're getting ready to go away. And y'all are coming up.
Or it's called Vortex.
And there's
You
a
know, foreign exchange.
foreign exchange. Foreign exchange to me is real tricky. A lot of people do it. A lot of people like it. I don't like it because it's based on how our dollar trades with other countries' currencies. And you have to watch that. Regular, like literally, you have to sit there at your computer and watch that all the time to make a profit. So I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
So you mentioned her generation. What generation are you considered? Are you a millennial? Are you a Gen Z?
I would say millennial.
I'm 25.
Millennial.
Yeah, you're millennial.
Millennial.
I mean, what's comes
Generation X. That's us.
Yeah, that's what people. Gen Z. That's the new
No,
one. Yeah.
I'm a millennial.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's a millennial.
And she's proud to say that, y'all.
Yeah. And they take more, I guess, a more overall outlook. Like Beyond Meat, when that IPO hit, it was wow. It opened at 25. I think it closed at 73.
Dollars?
Yeah,
Per
that
share?
day. That day. Yes, that day. And it had a lot to do with the millennial buy into it, right? So all those things, that bio and tech and cryptocurrency is what what's coming up. It's not now. But if you get in now and you want to be patient and sit on it, 10 years from now, when you're my age, you'll be loving it.
So what is your recommended investment amount of money that you should start? Like
I get asked that question a lot.
to comfortably be like, all right, I put my money in this, and I'm gonna just let it wait.
I can't.
Would you say how much you're willing to lose?
Right, I can't. Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's
'Cause
what it is at the end, right?
Right, because I can't say because I don't know if you have $500 or $500,000, right? So I can't tell you what to
Let's
put
go by
in.
the average income.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, 50,000 and under for like a millennial.
Or like
25.
even
Does that $50,000 person have 2 kids, 3 kids, a mortgage?
No, look, we're saying
Okay,
single,
so-
single, no kids.
Yeah,
Single, no kids. Let's make it easy.
So you're talking about a 401k. So this is what I recommend for people with 401k, and it translates. It translates to this.
I don't want to open a
Right, and it translates to this.
I feel like I have better chance to like investing.
You do.
Or like
I agree.
Bitcoin or cryptocurrency than to open a 401k.
But if you have a job and you have a 401k and they're matching it,
It's free money.
put in whatever they're matching. So if they're matching 4%, put in 4%. So you're getting twice as much money in. So you can't lose. Whether if your investment goes up or not, you can't lose.
And that
put
money,
your
you just
in.
sit there, you don't really trade that, right?
Well, you can, and I was getting ready to tell her that.
Okay.
Once you open up your 401k account, you can go into that account and look at what it's doing and move your money. You don't have to leave it in their hands.
Right.
So there's that option. But if they're going to match it, it's free money, and it's untaxed.
Why not?
So
Yeah.
take it.
And then it puts you in a different tax bracket, so you don't get as much money taken from the tax. Right?
Yeah,
Right.
especially being single, there's not a lot of deductions you can
It ain't no
take.
That's a whole other show, but I could talk about that too.
No, we're not gonna get into that. We're
Right.
Stop.
Right.
So you let from a
Oh yeah.
even at that's just one of my questions. Either Bitcoin or like actually stock market.
I would buy Bitcoin, and when Facebook comes out with this cryptocurrency, I would buy that, and I would just let it sit. I wouldn't think about it anymore
I didn't even
because
know
it's not going to
Facebook was
go up.
coming
no
out with
time.
this. Okay.
So my question to you now is stock crashes. Right? I got a lot of, I got some stocks right now that went down to lower than 1 cent.
Yeah, me too.
They're just sitting there in the red, right? And you wondering, should I get rid of them?
You
Or
can't.
is the company getting rid? Huh?
You can. But go ahead and finish
I mean, I
that.
just sold some of them for like 5 cents. Just,
Right.
and I'm wondering, should I have just kept it? Will it come back? Do they ever come back when they reach that low?
Unfortunately, a
Or
lot
they
of
just fall off? Like,
those companies, it can be a year before they go back up. And when you look at it, you'll see it'll be 365 days, right? And you'll see in day 22 it shot up, and in day 23 it shot back down. So if you weren't there on day 22, you're done. You're done with that stuff.
exactly.
You're done until it happens again.
I've been having a lot being done.
Right. So until it happens again. But if you don't watch it, and that's again, that gets back to trading. If you don't watch it, that's trading, not investing. And
Well, I guess it was because they was pennies.
Yeah.
They was pennies.
right, they were penny stocks, and I was there too.
Yeah, right. You spent like $10
Right.
on something and it didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, and when they reverse split, and then they take. I'm about to explain that.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to
We'll
explain
see.
that. A reverse split is when a penny stock, say it's at 20 cents, the reverse splits, right? It shoots up to $3. It takes all of your shares and converts your shares into $3. So that means you have 20 shares. That 20 shares turns into 1 share, right? At $3. Then it drops back down. So now you have 1 share at $3, and that stock is trading at 12 cents.
So that's a bad
reverse
thing,
split.
right?
Yes,
Okay,
that's a bad
yeah.
thing. But unless you're watching, it happens so fast. That's why you have to watch it.
So let me guess, the first thing you do when you get up in the morning, instead of checking your timeline on Facebook or Instagram, you checking out what happened overnight.
Well, I have an app
Uh-oh.
that keeps me on things. So see, for this person, I won't show anybody. But let me see.
What's the app called?
You gotta pay him.
See, okay.
You
Okay,
gotta
what
pay
she
him for
said.
that.
So if you see, so if you look at all these apps, can you see that? I mean, all these trades right here, those are different stocks that I own. So if you look at, sorry, let me go back. Everything on this list, anything that happens to any of these companies, I get an alert on my phone.
No matter what, so it's not like a threshold,
Right,
anything.
anything. So any news. So see news, all this news I have, all these analysis I have, are only for the stocks that are associated with that account.
Okay.
So when I do it for other people,
You get the same stuff.
right, so for other people, I get it for them too. So if something's going on with this stock, that way I can make a move or I can alert them to make a move
Okay.
before it's too late. So for instance, one time I was at lunch, I got an alert that the stock was tanking, I ran back to my my office and sold out. I sold at a loss, but it was not as bad as it would have been
you
had I
had
not gotten that
Do a
alert.
little housekeeping question.
Right? So I look for that. That's what I do. That's how I keep everything under control.
Okay, we can get off Bitcoin, but we do have a Facebook question. They wanted to know why the buzz died down so much when it comes to like Bitcoins and cryptocurrency. Because I do remember everybody was talking about it at one time.
Right. And
They were offering it as a reward. Instead of giving people like $10,000 for turning somebody in, they were giving them X amount of Bitcoin.
it spiked because people wanted to make money.
Okay.
I don't know if they were powerful or rich or both, but they wanted to make money. So it's spiked, and that's how most of this stuff happens. Somebody or some business somewhere says, I need this to happen. And that's the way you saw it shoot back right down for no reason,
Yeah.
right? So
I was like, uh-oh, it's going away.
it shot up so people would get in. When they got to a certain point, those people who wanted everybody in sold out, and that's when it went back down. Right?
This reminds me of Wolf on Wall Street. Did you see that?
Basically,
Yeah.
60,000 times. But yeah, and it is. And once you grasp that it's just not who people buying and selling, that every stock, everything that has a currency attached to it is manipulated by somebody or some government or some business. Then you can actually start to make correct moves.
Okay.
So if you're going, so a lot of people, why can't I buy Facebook? Why can't I buy Amazon? Why shouldn't I, these companies? But then you look at the price of their stock, we can't afford it.
Can't afford it.
Right.
Right.
So then you drill down into other companies that's using those, same companies, Amazon, and things like that, and Toyota. And then you buy those because you can afford those, and you keep drilling. But on the bigger scheme of things, it's people. It's people with power and money making decisions, and we're just not that in depth in that part of the conversation to know when those things are going to happen, and that's why. To answer your question, that's why it happened.
Okay. Janelle, did you hear that, baby? All right, so one of the questions I posted on social media, and I sent you, why are men more likely to invest than women? So, so my theory
Should I do the
was,
PC one or the?
No, I want, you can do both. You can do both.
Honestly, and I thought about that in my drive-in.
Y'all want me to tell y'all?
Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I want
Go
you to.
ahead.
Don't go home now.
That has
Okay.
something to do with it. But this is just my opinion.
We're not risky enough.
Right.
What you saying? Okay.
To some extent, he's right. Because men take more risks because we have to provide. We put ourselves out there because we have wives, we have children.
So
Right. That depend on us, or we feel depend on us to make sure everything is okay. If you gave so if you gave a man $2,000 to invest and a woman $2,000 to invest, he would be done in 2 hours. It would take her 2 weeks.
Yeah. Because we analyze it.
Exactly.
So I feel like it's the same reason. Because we have so many people depending on us, we have to be careful where we put our money. So while you guys can be risky and say, you know what, I'm about to go to the slot machine and put $2,000 on here, we're not going to do that.
Right, but
Wait a minute.
okay. Let me move back.
Hold up.
Get her.
Did you
Get
say
her.
we got more people that depend on y'all?
The same people that depend on you depend on me.
But include your own self in our, equation.
Yeah. So,
That's
honey,
really, okay, so 9 times out of 10, the man depending on the woman to go make all these risky moves.
no. So if I did tell you, babe, I invested $2,000 last week and I was gone, you flipping, you going crazy.
Why am I flipping?
I think you
That's
would
what-
take it
I
better
I think you're the one that's
than a
gonna
woman
flip.
would. Yeah.
If the husband came home and said, babe,
Ladies,
I
where
invest-
y'all at?
I invested
They trying to
$2,000
be, they trying to
last week, you'd be like, you ain't say shit to me about it.
Right. How you gonna lose $2,000 without talking to me?
How you know what it's gonna do? When we gonna get the money
See,
back?
I was thinking the pay gap too. We don't have that much money just to play
Pay gap.
around with.
I disagree.
Yeah.
In our world, in our area, that is so not true.
You don't think there's a pay gap here?
Yeah, women make more money than men in this area.
Exactly.
In this area, they do.
I don't know about
You
that.
don't know about
I
that?
don't know who you work for.
Huh? It's not about who I work for. It's about the area we in. If you look,
I'ma have to
if you look
look
at the
this up.
corporate world,
I'm looking it up, y'all.
go ahead, and also look up.
Please look it up. Good.
Look up.
Look it up right now.
Do it. And in the meantime,
In the
we'll
meantime.
keep telling you guys
Tell
why men will invest. What was the question? I'm sorry.
Why are men more likely to invest than women?
Because we see an upside. Women are so negative.
Oh, wait a minute.
Women are so negative in their thinking. They don't think that
No.
it will. So a man will look at it and say, I can put this $2,000
I'm gonna leave
in
this
and
man
make
up here by himself.
$2,000.
Conservative,
I'm gonna leave him up there by
Right.
himself for that.
Okay, conservative.
less of a risk taker.
But if a man can say, I can take this $2,000 and I can make it $2,000, he'll be happy and he'll do it. A woman will look at that same $2,000 and say, I don't want to lose this $2,000 and won't do anything. But even if that man makes half of it, he makes $1,000 more by putting it in than she did by not doing anything with it at all.
Statistically, I saw some research.
Okay?
Yeah. Some women.
Turn the camera on. I'm listening. I'm listening. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
One says, not all the ladies.
Huh? I agree. Not all. Right.
It depends on where your risk aversion is.
Right.
And
Right.
how much capital you have to,
Exactly.
and are willing to lose.
Exactly. But everything being equal, and if he had 2,000 and she had 2,000, his 2,000 is in the market tomorrow morning when the market's open.
Right, but what's his plan? So she has
To flip it.
See? Now the risk is higher, right?
Oh, flip it still.
Right? But the reward would also be higher and probably quicker than waiting a week or two because you have 1,000 questions you're not sure, and even when you put it in, you're still not sure. You still have a lot of questions after the money goes
There's no
in.
guarantee that there's a quick investment so that you can.
Right?
Yeah.
There isn't. So you just got to throw it out there and take and chance it.
See,
Not
see,
blindly,
see, look at-
not
See
blindly.
how I
Uh-huh.
blindly,
Right.
Like, no, that's not, I can't do that.
Right.
See, that's
Right.
what I do. It's like, I'm just gonna jump on all this cliff and see
So-
Right.
I did a little fact checking, and I'll let you go ahead and read that. This is as of 10 months ago.
Oh God, Dana, she got it.
The gender pay gap in DC is also among the lowest,
Right?
with women earning an average of 94% of
It
their
didn't say
male
94,
counterpart.
it says
That's what I saw
84.
94.
That's what we
It
saw.
I saw
said
94%.
I saw 94.
I saw
too.
94%.
Y'all women are getting over. Y'all can take care of us.
No.
And I take that back to the manual labor jobs, like the construction jobs, the tire repair jobs, the
That's more men.
right,
Yeah.
right. So those jobs are going. It's going to equal out that way, right? Because women don't do everything men do.
But what about
Okay, let's
the
go-
cleaning? You know, there's some jobs that women do that men don't do.
No,
You know, so I think
I
about
see
it.
more male
Whoa,
janitors than I do
time out.
female
Time
janitors.
out, time out.
Don't
What?
you?
Name one job a woman does that a man don't do.
I just did cleaning. So you
That's
did.
wrong. Men clean.
You see janitor? I see
Right.
all men.
Janitor.
What about housekeeper, nanny, au pair,
I can say
nannies?
they're more.
There are male nannies.
and there are women construction workers?
Okay, but name a job that a. You
I
said
just
the
did one.
statement, woman.
I did one.
No, you
I
didn't.
just.
I just said there are male nannies.
Okay, back to
How
the.
about mom? How about mom? Mom.
You can't be.
There you go.
You can't
There's
be a
the
mom.
job.
We men.
is
Dad.
amazing.
Dad. Can you be a dad?
Look. Hello. Sometimes we have this.
Never. You
Never.
ain't never the dad.
Sometimes
And that's a
we're mommy
whole
and
nother
dad.
topic, right? Because I hate
Yeah.
seeing that on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to the
Both
mothers. I'm a damn
Both
dad.
don't like
All
that.
right, let's
Right.
switch it. So.
What's the next question over there, mother?
So when you talk about, there's always different types of investors. There's some wealthier than others. Who should be considering real estate investments?
People.
Like houses?
Yeah,
Or
whether it's flipping houses, it's renting, it's that whole bucket.
Yeah, that's different. Let's see. I would.
Because this one, like every little teeny board round, call me.
Yeah,
You
call
wanna
me out,
get-
we can flip this house.
Yeah.
And then you get there, and then you have to have a 6,000 credit score, and then what they do is, anyway, I went to a couple of them, and
That's your credit.
I've been to a couple, and it's a lot. They only deal with the people who have good credit and a lot of money in their bank account. They don't tell you that on the post.
Yeah, they
put on
say you don't
social
need
media.
your own money. You don't need a great credit score.
But then they wouldn't be posting. They'd be multimillionaires or billionaires,
That's
right? Right? So they get their money from us going there
To
and
those
buying
seminars.
their product.
Yeah.
Right. Right? They let you come to the seminar for free, then they want to sell all this stuff for $300, $450.
These DVDs.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly. But no, to go back, if you can invest in real estate, that's a great investment. I don't know if you want to rent or if you want to flip it or if you just want to sit on it or just own property. But of course it's a great investment. But my tagline was investing on a budget. So a
Yeah.
lot of people that I dealt with weren't in that I have $300,000 to put down to buy this house and another couple $100,000 to put into fixing it up so I can flip it for $600,000.
Yeah.
So real estate is great. It's always great. Anything that you can own that can appreciate is great. Watches, you buy certain watches. Right?
Don't.
They what?
Okay.
They're great.
No,
Because
I
they
know
will
guys
appreciate.
who like just to buy expensive watches. I'm
Because
just
they
like,
will
what?
appreciate over
What?
time.
Why is it, why is such a
I know.
issue?
I'm gonna cover mine up
I mean, like, why
because
is
I
it
bought this for
like,
that
like they have a
reason.
nice watch on his
The same reason why you said you're tired of women in these $3,000 bags.
They ain't got $3,000.
But you're
in
not
their account,
gonna,
though.
right, and those bags are not going to appreciate.
At
A
least
watch
the-
will appreciate like a car. Like you buy a '67
I'm gonna
car.
Google that too, y'all.
If you buy a 1967 car today, it will sell for a lot of money because it's rare. The same with the watch. You can buy a $20,000 watch, and then in 20 years from now, that watch is worth
You done
$120,000.
bought it in $20,000.
Yeah. Not that much, but yeah, a couple thousand. I bought it. Right.
How much is your
I'm
most,
not there yet.
Oh, let's watch it.
No, I only have
How
one.
much is your most expensive purse?
Oh, probably $40. I don't own any of those.
Okay, well, women buy
labels.
$3,600
Yeah.
purses.
Yeah, I'm not that girl. Sorry.
Because, and that's smart because
I don't
that's not
have
a good investment. But
Right.
if you spent a few $1,000s on a watch, 5 years from now, that watch will be worth more.
Look at my husband when you said that.
That watch will be worth more. It will. Like it's the same with a wedding ring or engagement ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
You spend all that money knowing that if you need to sell it, you can get your money back.
Yes.
Right?
Really?
Or you can pass it down.
Right.
Mhm.
And the same with the watch.
They depreciate though.
Well, it depends on the diamond, right?
No, that diamond still go there. In a man's watch, it do. I don't know about a woman.
Oh no, the ring.
The ring. It should.
I see it.
If it doesn't appreciate, it should at least hold its value.
No.
You know, because some places will let you trade up. You know, trade it in.
Now the worst investment of these $1,100 smartphones
Cell
that we
phone.
buying. On what we got? We pay for it
The
for
lease.
24 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a car
But it's
note.
interest free.
Yeah, it is, and that's the only way they can get you to get it, right? Because you're not gonna give them $1,100. Just
That
for
is so
a phone.
smart.
Unless you just got it, and you probably just be like, give me the phone. Like,
That's smart.
If I had it, I'd give them the money, but I ain't give
Yeah,
it.
those are the people that are standing outside Apple, sitting in their lawn chairs for like 2 or 3 days.
Who got the money
Because
to
they
pay
have
for
the
it.
money.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they hook
That
it up
means a lot of
with
people
some kind of alien futuristic phone because they know what they're doing with this stuff. I have a daughter
Yeah.
who can take all this stuff, put so much stuff on it, and had to do stuff to it to make it work way more than what it is. She does it with her laptops and her iPads.
That's crazy. That's
Right.
good. That's good crazy. That's crazy.
She can, and she can take it apart and put it back together.
CIA gonna grab her.
I
The
know.
CIA, no, in a good way. Like they're gonna hire her. They want
No,
that.
don't say it.
In a good way. In a good way.
She ain't
She's gonna
going
be a reverse hacker.
Yeah.
Surely the pay gap is real. See, who said that?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, boo.
Who was that?
Janelle, 'cause they booing you, boo. Don't boo her. Don't boo her.
Who said that?
All right, so I know you gotta go, but if there's a book that you would recommend us reading, a show we need to watch, a movie, anything, what can help people who are intimidated by stocks and investing? What would you tell us to read or watch?
Google Damon Hicks, CNBC, watch all my clips.
All right,
I tell
now.
you everything you need to know.
All right.
Watch all the clips.
Oh, it's 4 years worth. There's enough out there that you can
You
learn
see
something.
CNBC.
Damon, yep.
I'm gonna tag you. All right now.
But no, it's not, because everybody's different. If you really want to learn it, just look at
Even the
what's
basics.
what's interesting to you.
Yeah. And
And
some
then-
people not into tech.
Right.
Some people
And
not
I
into
wasn't. I was into oil when I first got into it, and then we moved to marijuana last summer.
Yeah.
and that shot up. I mean, that was probably my best, and anybody who got into it, best ever. Period. Quarter, 2 quarter, or 2 quarter.
Why didn't I meet y'all last year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I ain't pay attention. I lost it.
Yeah. And now we're waiting for Germany. Once Germany does the same thing Canada did, it's gonna all happen again. But until then, we're here with
So
it.
And you
should we
leaving
have
it
gotten
alone?
rid of everything we got last year, or should there some of those that I should still be?
Some of them you should steal, but some of them, yeah, worth getting rid of.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say Google what you can, ask questions.
Follow you.
Follow me.
Follow me.
Follow all 3 of us.
Follow me. Look, just follow the grown folk. I'm the grown one. Just follow
You
me.
are not the grown one.
I'm the grown one, though. This one up here got million. What's the next question?
That was pretty much all I had.
No, it ain't.
It is. We didn't have him for a whole 2 hours. I wasn't gonna just load him up. That's all I had.
Alright.
I did.
She wasn't gonna load you up.
Oh. Oh no. So there is one. So paying yourself, paying debt, and investing. What order do you put that in?
Say that again.
Paying yourself, which is like your retirement, your savings account, paying off debt, and then investing.
Are you gonna put a splurge in there? Because everybody who does those 3, they also splurge. So I would throw that in there because that has to be last. For most people, that's
Okay.
first, right?
Yeah.
Splurging is
Like, I'ma
first.
treat
Or second
myself.
right, for
I
most
treat
people. It
Okay.
should be last.
So
But
that's
for most
number
people,
4.
it's in the beginning.
Okay.
It depends on the debt. If the debt can affect your credit, then pay it. But if debt can't affect your credit, then make that third.
Okay.
I guess you're paying that credit. This
Right.
credit go on your credit some kind of way.
Well, not necessarily.
Unless it's personal, like between 2 people.
Right.
But then you got a beat down you gotta worry about.
Not a beat down.
You know, it's consequences to everything.
Right. I would pay. I pay myself first.
Okay.
Because if I'm not good, then nothing behind that is gonna be good.
I understand.
Then I pay off my bills. I pay my bills.
Yeah.
Because you need places to
Right.
stay.
Then I invest. Whatever's left over goes to my children, so I never get to splurge. And my
That's
wife.
a lot.
Oh, wait,
I got
time
6
out.
kids and
Time
a
out,
wife.
time out.
I ain't got no money in my
Sad.
pocket.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to help him right now. He has to rewind and make something else first.
So was that
Your
watch?
wife gets the money first, and then you get the piece you split.
So
Right.
did your wife gift you that watch, or did you splurge, sir?
No, that was a thought out investment over time.
So that would go into number 3. That was an investment. That wasn't a splurge.
And I only wear it on certain occasions. I hardly ever wear
to
this.
buy a nice watch.
When it costs that much, yeah.
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 Yeah, we'll talk about that on another
So
show, but I think if you take a certain amount of money out the household, we need to have a conversation about
I
it.
knew that was coming. I was going to ask that. What's the minimum?
$5.
Huh?
Lunch
Lunch?
what?
He can't buy lunch without checking it.
No,
You
we should
got-
have
That's
packed
for
it.
juice and what
We
is
should have
snacks.
packed it.
And he's over there. You want?
$5.
Like, yeah.
I'm like, you
There
really
you
spent
go.
$12 at Chick-fil-A? So you had to get 2 sandwiches? No,
Hey, I get the
no.
itemized receipt.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about it.
CIA over
Cause
there.
he like to leave receipts in the car.
Oh, and
okay.
for those brothers, I teach y'all how to put your direct deposit into that account and the rest of it into the one with your wife. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, so someone asked about an emergency fund. So should the emergency fund be what, 2 to 3
No,
months
this
of-
should never be an emergency fund. There should never be an emergency fund because it goes back to one.
You didn't
If you
erase
pay-
everything I was told.
If you pay yourself first, when I say pay yourself first, I don't mean take money out and go. I mean put money there for you to do what you need to do.
So that's your
Whether
savings account.
that's your emergency fund, right?
Okay.
But I would not say, who has that kind of money? Once you
don't
pay
know.
your bills, invest, do what you have to do. What's going into the emergency fund at that point? $30, $20 a
But
month.
they
I mean,
always said you should always try to have 2 to 3 months of what your salary just sitting somewhere.
why?
So is that what
Well,
you're
but when you
paying
put
yourself?
but when you buy into investments, you can always sell and get your money out. So why bother? Let your money work. If you just sitting there,
When them savings account interest be low.
yeah, you get what 7 cents, and then at the end of the year, your interest is $1.70.
Right.
For your, and then you get a form in the mail that you got to file with your taxes for $1.70. No, invest it. You can always take it out. Sell the stock or sell a certain amount that you need. Take the money out. Right. So, so hopefully you're taking. If you would need 500, hopefully you're getting 150 or 200 that wasn't there before.
Yes.
Right. So.
That's what I mean.
So that's that. So no, I don't believe in rainy day funds because that money just sitting there. What is it? It's not doing anything.
It's not.
The rainy day fund. So somebody asked me, can you explain about the PE ratio?
Yeah, and it also depends on the stock and how it's trading and what it's trading on.
So what is it first though? What does PE stand? PE stand?
Personal economics?
The profit
We're talking about
evaluation,
stocks.
right?
Oh, I don't know.
So
So say it
the
again.
profit evaluation,
Profit evaluation.
yeah, portfolio
Ratio.
evaluation.
You got
right.
that?
Yeah, I'm writing that down.
Write it down. Google it.
If I look at that, but I don't. That's not a determining factor because I don't play in that field.
Okay.
That is, if you're buying blocks of stocks and putting a whole lot of money in the stocks, that might matter because it's sitting. You're doing that, and you're looking at that number to see what it's going to do over this amount of time, whether it's 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. So when you're doing that, if you're investing hundreds of dollars, a couple $1,000s, that really is not going to affect you whether it goes up 0.008 or down 0.2 or 2.008, right? So I don't talk about that a lot because I'm not there, and the people I talk to are not there. So I would not give you advice on what to do with that because I don't really play around in that. I don't use that as a guide for myself.
You don't use that as a guide.
Right. Right.
Nothing wrong with that. So how did you catch up with CNBC? How did you end up on this show?
I started a investment group on Facebook with a couple other guys, and it was just us three because we would post on each other's pages. So we said, let's just start a group. So we started a group. It was just
Into the group.
Right. Ain't it? Oh, I guess it's just a man thing.
Not even a man thing, but y'all ain't there.
No, you heard what I'm saying?
I was about to say. So no, you probably are in a group. If you look at, I'll look when we.
We'll look later.
Yeah, we look later. But it grew,
Right.
and one of the people that goes on there, and one of the ladies in New York who does the guest, I don't know what you call it, deciding who comes on the show and who doesn't.
Right.
Said, asked me if I wanted to come on the show. So I said yes.
It took off from there.
And my very first show was horrible. It was in the summer.
Is that on your website? 'Cause I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah,
Jesus, he said it was horrible.
it was
I want to see this.
horrible.
It was probably amazing
It was
to
the
me.
worst one ever. And I say that because it was hot. It was in the middle of the summer. I had on a suit and tie.
Okay.
I got there real early. So I stayed outside. It's down by the Capitol.
You was nervous.
Yeah. So I'm walking around there. But I went and got a 12-ounce Red Bull.
Oh my God.
So you see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
You was about to
So,
blow.
right, and my barber, and this was like 2 days, so my barber doesn't work on Sunday. And it was the last day of the month. So the last day of the month happened to be that Monday.
Okay.
So I wasn't fresh, right? And I had a Red Bull with no lunch. And I had on the suit and tie, and it was like 90 degrees outside. So when I went in, I was sweating. I didn't have a shape up. I was shaved, but
You look homeless.
yeah, I was like, and then so knowing all that, my demeanor and the way I presented was just done. I didn't think they would call me back. I thought it was done. Yeah. So I learned, and it got better. As you can see over time, it did. But
Baba on deck.
Yeah, the first one being you're nervous and you're up, and you know, it's like that, just like that.
right. So
I'm still waiting for him to shave and holler at his barber, but he don't care.
You waiting on me to do what?
Nothing.
You waiting on me to shave? Look, I bought a beard game.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, big game.
That's just an excuse.
and that's funny, because I was too. This time last week I had a beard and a bald head. But I got tired of looking like everybody
wrong with
else. Nothing wrong with the beard. But
It'll be back in 2 weeks.
to have a beard and a bald head, and I don't need a bald head. My hair was
It's
like
too cold.
yours in
It's
about
too cold.
3-4 weeks. Huh?
It's too cold to be bold.
No, but my brother-in-law,
Oh, yeah.
my cousins, everybody I'm around, we all look the same.
He's like, now let me get my fuzz done.
Yeah, I need to I need to stand out.
Alright, so that was a good question that we had about the PE ratio and everything. I never really paid attention to it. So,
Nay, I didn't miss your question, babe.
what did she say?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
And who is that? JR.
Yeah, that was my buddy Ross.
He could tell him to message me on Instagram, and we can go deeper into it.
Okay. Yeah, I did last week. Let me see if I got any more comments.
Yeah, I'm not seeing her comment.
You don't see it? It's okay. You got any more personal questions? Not personal, like questions from yourself?
Oh, emergency.
Oh, I got one, right?
Yeah.
So, gold stocks, right? I got some gold. Is gold one of those ones you hold on to and for everlasting till you feel like that's reached its peak, you pull it all out? Or is gold one of the ones where you get beginning of the year where it's at, and then you sell it and then come back in and then, like, what are they those type of stocks that you should get in the beginning of the year and then at the end of the year drop them and then come back and start over fresh?
What's the
The gold and mining stocks that I've owned since when I really started. The first stock I bought was Barrick Gold, and I still own it to right there.
Okay.
Newmont Mining, it ebbs and flows.
Right.
So when it ebbs, sell a little bit. When it flows, just sit. Gold is always going to go up and down
Right.
because it's attached to the dollar.
Exactly.
And whatever the dollar's doing, gold is doing the opposite.
Oh.
So I just have it. I will always have it. And I talked about that. Dana, remember when I talked about gold on CNBC, what that lady said? And then we came back on 1 week later and gold had blown up. And she said the only gold that she invested in is the gold she wears.
Oh.
So she tried to call me out on national TV. So, but then the next week, gold had soared. So they brought us back on. So I redeemed myself on national TV. Right. So,
It was like we got Vikings bullet on that one.
right,
You was right.
right. And I was right with Five Below. I was right with
Wait, what did
Crocs.
you say about Five Below?
That it was going to take off. I bought it at $86 and sold it at $136.
And the Crocs had went away. Now all of a sudden, everybody and their mama with Crocs.
Right. And we invested in Crocs a little over a year ago. And we up 57% on Crocs today.
Yeah, just like bands have shot up. Like
Yeah, so
nobody
right.
was wearing bands 2-3
And
years
when I
ago.
talked about it on TV, everybody
Or the skaters, the little skateboardies, whatever they
right.
were.
And Crocs, in fact, I mean, those two, and with that app, you can pick stocks and you can just watch it. And while you're watching it, it will still give you the information about that.
Even though you don't own it.
Right.
Okay.
So by getting that information, you can make a educated decision on when to buy and when not to buy. And that's what I did with crops.
With that app though that you have, it also allows you to go and buy stocks as well.
No, that's
It's
just
informative app. But then you also have to go, so people need to understand that it's not just one app that he's using to get all of his information.
Oh yeah, you can't trust
It's
that.
an app that he's using to understand the stocks and where they're going and getting all the
on a
information.
daily basis.
But then you have to have your broker's app that you use to buy.
Okay, now with the terms. Okay.
And he's right. And when we got in Fidelity, they were charging fees. They don't charge fees anymore. Right?
Why?
Because
They
Charles
want
Schwab's
everybody
not charging fees. All these apps don't charge fees. Robinhood doesn't charge fees. Acorn doesn't charge fees. They had to get with it.
And get with the broker.
Right. But the reason I like Fidelity is because it was just like a bank account as opposed to an investment account. So with those accounts, you still got a debit card. You still got checks if you wanted it. You can still use it like a regular bank account. But with all these other ones, you have to sell, wait 3 days, send the money to your account, wait another couple days for your bank to get it. So you're talking about 5 to 6 days for you to get your money. With Fidelity, it's automatic. And that's why we went with
You
it.
chose that one. Okay. Okay, Janelka, what's your specific question?
What's your specific question?
Oh,
Specific question.
Seeking Alpha is
I'll let you type it. Don't mess it up.
Or you can tell somebody online. You better go look at that. Somebody check.
That's right.
they.
I'm glad you stopped doing that because I know I like to talk about stocks and different things.
I didn't even know
So, like I said, I wake up in the morning.
You think about
If the
that?
market opens at 9 o'clock, and I got my phone in my hand, looking at the stock market, and seeing if I need to move anything, and seeing what else I can purchase. And I got this one thing where I get text messages every day. They tell me when certain stocks at 30 cents. I know there's a lot of stocks at 30 cents.
So you have your threshold.
No, it's just some type of app that I signed up for. And it's
So
just
they do
saying-
everybody at 30 cents. Like you didn't say 30 cents.
So in Atlanta,
So yeah, what I'll do is I'll
And then see, and I just got this email. So yeah, I use a million different things to get information.
And that's
That
why
one
you're the
is just
expert.
real time.
Okay.
A lot of these, like this one isn't going to be real time. Stop wire.
Here's her specific question.
I know sound like a good one.
That's a hard one because I don't know this person, like what else she has going on in her life. Right? If I can say yeah, I can say no.
What would be the reason you said no?
Because, all right, like for me, I have kids in college. So for me to pay off $6,300 wouldn't be smart because I'm helping them pay for room and board, right? And I have a kid in a daycare that we pay for. So if I didn't have those things, then yeah. But if I
She doesn't have those things.
then yeah. It makes sense.
Hear that, Janelka? Yeah. She doesn't have college tuition that she's paying for a child. She doesn't have daycare.
What you got? Hey, I got random questions here for you too as well now.
Shoot, baby, shoot.
We'll get to that second question later because we're going to get into that and all that stuff.
Thank you,
This is
sir.
a really good question. How was you able to convince people to join an investment?
People want to know. It wasn't hard. It was simple
It's
because
like
people
free
just want to
information.
know. People want to know, and even they come in, they start asking questions, and people who can answer, they answer. So it's like what do you call those? The AA group, right?
Yeah.
For investors, if you don't know, you can come in and ask a question, and somebody will answer. And that's how people keep, and then for me, if I knew people that were investing, I'd say, hey, join this group because all we talk about is this. So you can go in there and you can find out about stuff that you don't normally thinking about.
Right.
So,
And
go ahead.
for the record, is this group closed
No, it's
to
still
men?
open.
Are women in your
Why you
group?
keep saying that? Is it
Oh.
closed? Is it
Cause
closed?
he was like me and the fellas.
Because it was me and two guys, two other guys. It was three of us.
Closed to the
I just
men.
wanted to make sure
But
that we
this
could
isn't.
get some of
This
this
was
info.
like 3 years ago. The group has grown.
Oh, boys club.
No.
What you know about Forex? Foreign exchange.
I know I don't deal with it.
You don't? Why is that? You just don't like it? Or is it just too shaky?
I don't have the time to focus on it and the patience to sit and watch. Like and for something in the arena, like the real estate, if it's something that somebody can tell you that you can do and make millions of dollars off of, it's usually not a good idea. That's just my opinion. And when I looked into Forex trading, it's, unless you have $100,000, $1 million to put in, you're not going to get anything out of it. In my opinion. This is just my opinion.
So the average working person, it's not a good.
And no, you would have to have somebody watching because if you're at work and it's constantly going like this, so you have to know when it is here so you can sit there. Right. So unless somebody's watching it, it's
You
just
said
not.
the same type of alerts here? I mean, like, with the same thing you do for our unit?
I'm sure you can.
Okay.
But I haven't dug deep enough because it's just not something I want to do.
So like we go for Fidelity, right? Good move. And we've been doing research on Fidelity. It's foreign exchange. Can you see it? Fidelity?
I never looked.
Was it a different app? I don't think I've ever looked for anything.
I've never looked for Forex Fidelity. I know that most people who are into it use some kind of platform that I've never heard of. And they always try to get other people to sell Forex. They don't try to get you to invest in it. They try to get you to sell their. They want you to come in and do what they do.
Oh, to
Because
work under them.
Right, because that's how they make money.
Commission.
Right.
Oh.
See, they try to keep it all to themselves, and that's stingy.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, somebody else here asked what app you use. I don't know if you want to tell them. Then they want to know what's so go ahead and tell everybody how they can find you. IG and Facebook and all. Did you tell them how to find all that already?
Yeah, Demond Hicks.
Tell them all one more time.
Demond E. Hicks.
Demond E. Hicks.
Right.
That's on Facebook.
Demond Hicks.
Okay.
Demond Hicks on Facebook. Demond E. Hicks on Instagram.
You on?
And Demond Hicks on Twitter.
I also posted.
You're not on LinkedIn yet.
Demond Hicks on LinkedIn.
Everything is Demond here.
And Google Demond Hicks CNBC
Okay.
if you want to look at some of the clips from the CNBC shows that I made.
And they on YouTube. They on YouTube, I take it.
No, they on the CNBC. CNBC archives everything.
Oh, okay.
So if you Google it, it'll bring them all up.
All right, got you. So that's that. Okay.
Yeah. Or you can search through all my sites because I post them all, but it's easier to Google.
If they Google your name,
Yeah, they'll pop up.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so she's still worried about the debt of the auto loan.
oh, no. Sell
Babe,
the car.
just do it. Just do it.
Just sell the car.
Just do it. Be done with
Do
it.
it. Think like a man. Just do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Is that what you got to tell y'all?
Don't talk to me about Steve Harvey.
And then what Harvey, and then what
I'm thinking like myself. No,
and then what Harvey told y'all.
that's your boy. Mm-hmm.
She probably knows what she wants to do. She's
She's
just
just
kind
ne-
of on the fence about doing it. Again, difference between a
She's
woman
not
and a
scared.
man. That's
She's
the
not-
difference between a woman and a man.
Janelka, babe, do you hear this?
Janelle, don't be
Janelka,
Right,
no.
don't be scared. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Pay it off. Pay it off.
There you go, Janelle. Jump on out there one time. You know.
And if anything goes sour, we done gave you all his contact information.
I know how to go dark.
And you got your friend. You got shit that's cold. She gonna take care of you. If anything happen, bro, you can stay right at their house.
You know you can't leave anytime.
Don't you worry, she got
Anytime.
you. And you can borrow her car.
There you go.
All right, so that's it.
That's it.
That's
You
it.
done?
We're done
For the night.
for the night.
Thanks, guys.
Why you keep asking me questions?
We done for the night.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Did y'all have more questions over there? We're not gonna keep him
see,
hostage.
look,
He got money to make.
I ain't got it. I don't even
I'm about to go watch TV and eat and then
What you
pass
about to
out on the
watch?
couch.
What you about to watch? I'm about to watch what you watch. What you watch?
Sunday's Power episode.
I haven't watched it, but I saw a freaking spoiler on TV in May
I saw a spoiler.
when I was going through my thing.
I
Yeah.
got a spoiler for that.
Oh, shut
I
up.
think that.
Yeah, what's your prediction?
I think they're not gonna tell us who did it.
Ever?
They are? Okay, I think that
Don't
chick
listen to
that
him.
he's dating did it.
Oh,
Someone said that.
I've heard that
I
conspiracy.
think that she finally found out the truth about him, went insane for a little while and shot him, because I don't see why any of those other people did it, or the Italians.
Ooh.
Those are the two people, those are the two that I think did it.
My husband said it was gonna be Tasha's new boyfriend.
That's a love quarrel.
Yeah.
I think his son did it.
I don't think his son did it. Because his son,
They want us to think he did.
yeah, I think that's
It's
too
gonna be
easy.
somebody they didn't show.
But if they're doing a spinoff and they said Method Man and Mary J. Blige, I'm assuming they're going to be coming in eventually, right? Because they said they were going to do a spinoff of Power with them. as
Yeah,
the
how he
stars.
became Ghost, right? Is that how it's supposed to be?
I don't know, but I don't know what Method Man is.
That's what the spinoff is supposed to be.
I don't know, but they're going to
The
do a
pre-ghost,
spinoff
the
of
in the
that.
street ghost, before the nightclub ghost. I don't know.
No, Method Man like this much.
I don't know.
I don't know, but they said they're doing a spinoff of it.
And 50 Cent gonna be in that?
70 Cent died in this one. He can't be in that.
No,
they go back.
this is supposed to be
So for
before.
free power,
It is.
that means that 50 Cent daughter should be able to
Yeah,
do
they
it.
should.
So we go, what is that dude name that they said he killed?
I know
Don't
you're talking
spoil.
about, but they never showed him because they.
Yeah, they never showed him.
I know
They
what you're
said
talking about.
that he used to run the streets with his kids or whatever.
Oh, maybe that's meth? Meth man, maybe?
Might be.
I thought
Who
that was,
got the scoop on
I
that?
thought that was BMF. That it was
And then there's another.
Oh, the spinoff is not the prequel. Okay. Tommy did
So
it.
it's
Now,
two
yeah,
that
Tommy
they-
ain't do it.
Tommy ain't do it.
Tommy ain't do it.
Tommy wouldn't do. He had plenty of time to do
okay.
it before.
Nigga,
Oh, we gone by.
we gonna get, no, I'm saying,
Oh, okay.
we gonna find out the show talking about.
Why? 'Cause you don't want to tell us
Oh, I'm
everything.
gonna tell y'all.
You didn't watch it. You should know.
I didn't watch what?
You watched Power Wrestling?
Oh.
I actually watched Power yesterday.
You keep saying that. I keep forgetting that it come on at like
I
midnight.
watch it in the morning. When I first wake up on a Sunday and they ain't got nothing to do. That night we go watch it sometime.
Yeah, because at 9 o'clock you're not in front of the TV on a Sunday.
How do you know?
Because you're at the line. Because I know where you are. I track them, y'all. I got GPS on everybody. It's on your phone now, too.
Sweet. I'm about to church.
You want to
I'm about to toss it.
He already said he know how to go black. You ain't got to toss it. Just go
I
black.
have been. If you look at my social media, I ain't been on them in months. I've been too
You been
busy.
busy, yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing. It's
Yeah.
a good thing if you follow our social media right now.
Yeah, just go.
Well,
All right, well, that's it, y'all. We will see y'all 8:30. It's 8:30? That's 8:30. I ain't had my coffee today.
and this 8:30, what's wrong?
Yeah. I'm old. It's past my bedtime.
Well, she's not with both of us. But she's old.
I feel old.
I call it.
No, I'm just super productive early during the day that my body and my mind shut down at a certain time. I have a whole full time.
He used to have that's the time.
Mental struggle. Mental workout.
Yeah, because by 4 o'clock I'm done.
Exactly.
Yeah, I be done by that time too.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm more productive from 7 to 10 in the morning. And then I just start to fade off, and by 4 I'm no good to anything.
I
Yeah.
don't get going till about 10 o'clock. Then I got 10 o'clock, then I get going, and then
That's how you be up at 2 in the morning. Go to bed. I don't think he sleeps.
I get up at 5.
I don't know why he don't have bags.
Time,
I need to invest in whatever eye cream you got.
no, my mama. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
shut up.
I look good.
All right, y'all, we are signing off now. Have a great night.
Thank y'all for tuning into the Grown Folk Exchange.
Until next time.
Come out see us next Tuesday.
Yeah,
We
right
will be
here.
in, same time, same
This
place.
food smell good. I'm hungry. I'm about to eat.
We go. What we doing this? We playing some games. We do
You
some
tell
fun
me.
stuff for fun.
Yeah, we can do whatever
We
we want.
invite some people in here that want to play some games.
Yeah.
What? Like
Y'all
butt
wanna
naked
come to game
twisting?
night?
No.
No.
Then what kind of games is fun?
Butt naked twisted shit.
You said fun game.
What in the?
I mean,
No.
fun within the lines.
Jody gonna freak out we do that.
Put out of Jody's.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a cafe. You
Yeah.
want some butt naked early food?
strip blackjack. No.
How's,
No.
see,
No.
No.
I don't know how to have fun. I'm out.
signing off, y'all. Have a good night.
Have a good one.